Picture a vast desert camp, thousands of years ago, where a huge community, the Israelites, is learning how to live as God's people. Today, we're diving into a sobering story from the Bible, found in Leviticus chapter 24, verses 10 to 23. It's called the Blasphemer Stoned. And it's about a man who crosses a serious line by cursing God's name, leading to a tough judgment and new laws for a nation. This story is short, intense, and packed with lessons about respect, justice, and the weight of our words. It's like a moment that forces a community to face hard truths about living together. Let's step into this story and see what makes it so powerful. Our story happens during the time when the Israelites are wandering in the desert. Not long after God freed them from slavery in Egypt, they're a massive group, maybe 1 million strong, camped out in tents. Learning to follow God's laws under Moses' leadership, God's teaching them how to be his people, how to worship, live justly, and treat each other right. They've got the 10 Commandments and other rules, and one big one is about respecting God's name. In their culture, names carry deep meaning, and God's name is sacred, tied to his power and presence. To misuse it, say, by cursing or mocking, is a serious offense, like spitting on everything they stand for. Into this scene steps a young man, whose name we don't know. The Bible tells us he's got an Israelite mother from the tribe of Dan and an Egyptian father. He's part of the community, but his mixed background makes him a bit of an outsider. Life in the camp isn't always easy. People are living close together, resources are tight, and tensions can flare. One day, this man gets into a fight with another Israelite. We don't know what started. It may be a disagreement over work, a personal grudge, or just a bad day. But in the heat of the moment, something shocking happens. He curses God's name, blaspheming in front of others. It's not just a casual swear. It's a deliberate act, like publicly rejecting God himself. The people around him are stunned. This isn't just a private outburst, it's a public insult to God. It's the one who delivered them from Egypt and guides them daily. The crowd grabs the man and brings him to Moses, unsure what to do. Hey, this is new territory. The law hasn't spelled out exactly what happens when someone blasphemes like this. It's like a workplace incident today where someone crosses a major line, and everyone's looking to the boss to figure out the consequences. Moses doesn't rush to judgment. He's a wise leader, always seeking God's guidance. He has the man held under guard while he prays, asking God what should be done. The camp's buzzing, some are angry, some confused, others scared. This isn't just about one guy. It's about what it means to be God's people. If they let this slide, what's next? But they also know justice has to be fair, not a mob reaction. God's answer comes clear and firm. The man who cursed my name must be taken outside the camp. Those who heard him should lay their hands on his head, and the whole community must stone him to death. This is a serious offense, and it carries a serious penalty. God also lays out a broader law. Anyone Israelite or foreigner who blasphemes his name faces the same punishment. It's a rule to protect the community's relationship with God and set a standard for respect. So the people follow through. They take the man outside the camp, a somber procession. Those who heard his curse place their hands on his head, a way of saying, "This is on you, not us." Then the community carries out the stoning. It's a heavy moment, not a scene of vengeance but of justice, done with the weight of God's command. The man's life ends, and the camp is left to process what happened. It's like a community facing a tough reality check, knowing actions have consequences. God doesn't stop with this case. He uses it to give Moses new laws for fairness. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This isn't about revenge. It's about equal justice. If you harm someone, the punishment matches the crime. No more, no less. It applies to everyone, Israelite or foreigner, showing God's standard is the same for all. These rules, given right after the stoning, set a foundation for the community to live justly, protecting life and property while honoring God. So what's this story about? It's not just about a man, it's a mistake or a harsh punishment. It's about the power of words. It's the importance of respect and living as a community under God. First, it's about the weight of our words. The man's curse wasn't just a slip. It was a deliberate act that shook the community. It's like saying something hurtful today that you can't take back, hurting not just one person, but the whole group. Our words matter, especially when they touch what's sacred to others. There's a lesson about justice too. Stoning feels harsh to us, but in that time it was about protecting the community's bond with God. Blasphemy wasn't just personal, it threatened everyone's identity as God's people. The eye for an eye rule shows God's desire for fairness. Punishment should fit the crime, not spiral into vengeance. It's a reminder for us, when we seek justice, do we aim for fairness, or do we let anger take over? Another takeaway is respect for God. The Israelites were learning that God, his name I sin T, just worded as, tied to his presence and power. Cursing it was like rejecting everything he'd done for them. It's like disrespecting a family member who's sacrificed for you. It cuts deep. This story asks us, do we honor what's sacred, whether it's God or the values we hold dear? And there's a lesson about community. The man's mixed background Israelite mom, Egyptian dad made him feel like an outsider. But God's law applied equally to all. The community's role in the punishment shows everyone's responsible for upholding justice, not just the leaders. It's like a team today where everyone's expected to keep the standards high, whether you're the star player or the newbie. There's hope here too. Laws God gave weren't just about punishment, they were about building a community that's fair and faithful. By addressing this incident, God helped the Israelites grow stronger, clearer about who they were. It's a sign that even tough moments can lead to growth and clarity. This story fits into the bigger picture of Leviticus, where God's shaping a ragtag group of ex-slaves into a nation that reflects his holiness. The Blasphemer story is a small but intense moment, showing how serious it is to honor God while living justly with each other. Today, this story hits home. We all mess up with our words sometimes. Maybe not cursing God, but saying things that hurt or divide. This story challenges us to think before we speak, to consider how our words affect others. It also pushes us to seek justice that heals, not destroys, and to respect what's sacred in our lives, whether it's faith, family, or community values. The Blasphemer Stoned is a short but heavy story from the Bible, full of tough lessons and deep truths. It's about a man who crossed a line, a community that faced justice, and a God who calls us to respect and fairness. It challenges us to watch our words, seek justice with care, and honor what matters most. If you want to read it for yourself, check out Leviticus chapter 24, verses 10 to 23. Think about it. How can your words build up instead of tear down? Where can you stand for fairness today? Thanks for joining me on this thought-provoking journey through the Bible. Until next time, stay mindful and take care.